Well, yeah.
They're the good guys, really. And so I find myself in a position of opposing the good guys.
Well, exactly. Well, I just wanted to chime in just for a quick second because that is somewhat of the awkwardness of this type of conversation because those that are promoting a convention, they love the Constitution.
Yes.
They absolutely love it. There's no
Yeah,
doubt.
and it's
they
in the
love
Constitution. I think, well, I'm in obedience to the Constitution. I'm conforming to and implementing Article 5.
Exactly, and that's one of the reasons why I think when we look at one of the problems that I have. This is the reason why I wanted to talk to a person about it who's had some history with it, rather than just put up the videos of one or the other, because it's almost like there's this on the the conservative side of the movement or the right movement or the constitutional movement or whatever. There seems to be camps, for or against.
Yeah.
And one of the first things when you run into a lot of the arguments is that they need to shut down the other side's conversation. And that makes it very difficult to see, okay, I don't know, maybe it's the systems architect in me, but just to say, okay, I need to understand what the process is so that I know, am I taking the right vehicle over the right mountain, right? Am I taking a tricycle to a NASCAR event, or am I really prepared to do what it is I'm looking to do? Is this tool the right thing to get the right results I'm looking for? And so trying to understand, the history is really good, but also trying to understand the mechanics of what Article 5 really is intended for, what it means, what it opens up, what it does, what its restrictions really are, really helps out a lot. Then we can add, is this the appropriate thing to do, whether we want a balanced budget or limited governments or term limits? Is this the right vehicle for those issues? Before we get into the issues and before we start saying, yes, I want those things, let's understand what we're about to do,
Yes.
and then determine if this is the right vehicle for it.
Yes.
One of the things that crosses my mind is the particular issue at hand, regardless of what they are, and there will be new issues that come up all throughout, throughout the generations. One of the things that comes to my mind is the issue bigger than what the Constitution has been able to already resolve? So without an Article 5 convention, we have been able to put 27 amendments into the Constitution. So without a convention, we've been able to, abolish slavery, recognize that clarify the right to vote for every person, regardless of sex or religion or creed, or race. Clarify that more specifically. We've been able to solve all of those major problems.
To get the women's vote.
Right.
Yes.
We've been able to solve all of those
Yes.
major problems without a convention.
Right.
We've bled and died for some of them. I think it's very interesting when we look at pre-Civil War. We didn't have a convention then.
No.
And we didn't even have one post-Civil War during the during the Reconstruction period.
Yeah. Those are excellent points. Those crucial issues, those major issues that were resolved without a convention, proves that the organizers looked into the power of Article 5 and the supreme authority of the people, and decided it would not be a good idea. Even putting good people in there, because that doesn't mean that they wouldn't have ideas that are contrary to the constitutional limitations and the power of the people, the freedom of the people. There'd be a very, very good chance we'd lose that freedom in a convention.